Offensive security. Okay, so welcome to offensive security. Offensive security is penetration testing with Kali Linux. You are welcome. I welcome you once more.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, this is going to be like we earlier said, it is a practical course. It is a practical course with very true theory. With very true theory. I don't know if you have seen the past paper before, but it has very true theory. Maybe one line statement, then the next, I mean, the rest is just the practical. So during an exam, you will be required to do it practically and organize your answers on a organize your output answers on a Word document, which you will save, okay, which you will be able to save on either Google Drive, or the invigilators will save them on the Google Drive. So basically, it's a practical course, like we have always been saying, and the aim of this practical course is to introduce you to offensive network security. Offensive is the penetration. You are like sort of attacking. Okay, so basically you are hacking. Okay, so it's a practical course with the aim to introduce you to offensive network security, and of course using Kali Linux. Okay, so it is an intensive hands-on. It is intensive, but you carry you softly. Panono panono, right? So that at least you acquire the hands-on. So what is the requirement of this course? Like we said that it's a practical course, and it is the anchor, or it is a foundation of your career. You need personally to apply yourself. Personally to apply yourself. Are you still seeing my screen?
No, sir.
No.
It just disappeared. Like 1 minute again. Oh, we are calling you to apply yourself to it. Okay, so to become proficient in Kali, you need to you need an independent a research study in order to get the much needed skills. So you apply yourself, and you need an independent research study personally, because to be a hacker, you need to become more quiet. The quieter you become, the more you begin to listen. Okay, for you to be a professional hacker, you need to be more quiet. That's when you begin to listen more. So an independent research study will actually make you become more proficient and a stealthy hacker. So you're not hacking to damage, you are hacking to identify problems. That's the difference between you and the criminals. Anyway, that is it. That is it. Let me remove this one. I share another one. At this point, I expect every one of you to have your carry on, your carry Linux screens on. Okay, switch on your carry Linux screens. Then we can explore a bit. Okay.
Yes, sir, we are ready.
Okay. So when you install your Kali Linux, at this side you have what is called the machine. So the platform that you have installed the Kali Linux in is called VMware Desktop. The VMware Desktop is the same as the other applications, which allows you to install a different operating system. Okay, so VMware is one of those. Apart from the VMware, there is also what is called VirtualBox. So if you install VirtualBox on your laptop or on your computer, it is an environment in which you can install another operating system and also be able to run other applications. So it's like the computer will start sharing resources with the VirtualBox first, and then secondly with those with the machine that will be installed on the VirtualBox. Okay, so if your host machine has, say, a memory of 4 GB, your VirtualBox may take a memory of 2. You can give it half half. And also on the hard drive, which will also take a portion of the hard drive. That's where it will be running from. Okay, so the operating system on your VirtualBox will also have to use the same memory and the hard drive that you have allocated to it. So VMware is one of those applications. The second one is VirtualBox. So if you don't use VMware, you can also use a VirtualBox to achieve the same thing. So on my laptop, we have put, there is Windows, but then I need Kali Linux, so that's why I gave you the VMware VirtualBox so that you can also install. Like I have installed the the VMware. Right, so this part of the screen, you have the machine. So you can have a number of machines here. So I called my machine as a spear exploit. You can, I'm sure you have called them your names, or probably whatever custom name that you have preferred. Some people have left it like to be like Ubuntu. Others maybe it's saying Debian. Others it says something. Okay. Others it says something. So this is the machine area. So you can have 2, 3, 4, 5 machines depending on how big your host. Your host is the hardware, is the one that is running the VirtualBox. Hey, noise. Remove that. Then when you come to this side, this is where your operating system is running. So when you start it, it comes on like this, and it will tell you that this is Kali Linux with a dragon here. So Kali Linux, when it starts, it has applications, places. okay, and also the time and the applications this side. So this is the application pane. Mine has this 2021 has also, yeah, maybe what looks like this, but this one is a bit lower version, but I've upgraded it. Okay, so under the places you have what looks like a menu, but this is referred to as, or it's called an advertising board for your Kali Linux. So it advertises most of the tools that exist in Kali. So should you want to do something like maybe you want to perform some information gathering, you can use the tools that are found here. Nmap, there is the DNMap client. So these are under the category of information gathering. So with these kind of applications under this, you can actually do what is called footprinting or information gathering. You can gather information on a particular domain or on a particular network. Okay, so you can use these tools. When you come to vulnerability analysis, you can also use these tools. Okay, some of them may have been shifted. Okay, so if you are trying to attack or perform penetration testing on websites, you have this web application analysis, and then you have a range of tools. So it goes like that. So if you want to hack passwords, let's say on a Windows machine and you are sitting behind the Kali, you can use some of these tools, okay, for for password attack. For example, Pyrite. Pyrite can be used to crack maybe Wi-Fi passwords, Windows passwords. Yes, so that's how it is. So if I'm going to use Pyrite to crack password, I'll have to turn it on and then perform the settings and the parameters, and then there I go. I'll be able to crack the password and then I'll receive them on my hands. Okay, so that I can. Okay, so wireless attack, also you can use all those exploitation tools, sniffing, post exploitation. Post exploitation are those tools which are used, such as the backdoors. So now it's post exploitation, meaning after you have penetrated the machine, you have entered, you're able to log in there. Now there's a post, after, then you can leave doors or back doors so that the next time you can just come and enter. It's post exploitation. Forensics, sometimes a penetration tester can act as an auditor and probably someone to detect, or a detective. You can come and use some of these tools if you're going to act as a detective to find what happened in a particular situation, who did what, so that once you find whatever happened, people will have what is called, they will fail to deny what is called non-repudiation. So that's forensics. For if, for example, an attack happened and then you want to detect, or you have been called upon as a consultant to really unearth how they did the. Okay, sometimes some of these are used to convict people, okay, as forensics. So you go in there and on the machine of where the crime happened, you use some of the tools to unearth the scam, to unearth the scam. Okay, so reporting tools, social engineering tools. Okay, that is under applications, quite a range, but some of them, if they are not found under applications, of course you can install them. Okay, you can install them by using the terminal or the command prompt, where you say apt install, apt get install. Okay, and then you have the application come and sit back under this list, or to be just embedded inside, which you can access as long as you know that it is installed. Okay, that is under applications. So these applications acts like, when you are on Windows operating system, you have a start menu. When you click start, the one which goes up like this, similar to this one. Okay, favorites, etc. Now, places will give you home, desktop, documents, downloads. Sometimes you find that you want to browse the network or browse the computer or the documents, some text files that you have saved, or even them downloads. You can actually go straight to places and get whatever you downloaded. Okay, so basically that is what it is. Then this pen has few applications like the Firefox. Others have installed other browsers. Then we have a terminal, which is handy. Then files like places. Then Metasploit framework, which you do use sometime ahead in the same program. Then you have other things like, yeah, those, yes. And then you have got leaf pad. Is this like a notepad? If you want to take notes or maybe read some text, then you have show application. This is the same as this one. If you come here, of course, you have something like that where you have the applications displayed. For others, it says settings. Okay, right. Okay, so that is what it is. So I hope that we most of us we have installed this, so that when you agree, you can do very basic things. You can do very basic things, because the way Kali Linux behave is such that when you install it first time, immediately you install it, and maybe your laptop or your desktop is also on the internet. By virtue of Kali Linux sitting on your machine, on your host, it may have opened certain ports to the internet. Okay, so having installed it, the same Kali Linux also has exposed you to the possibility of being hacked. Go and do it there. The possibility of being hacked by other people. Okay, so if you have installed it, agree, so that once we agree, then we can do basic things, every one of us. Okay, so let me ask a question. Is there anyone who has not yet managed to install? What did you install? How many are still struggling?
Yes, sir.
Come again? Are in it?
Sayate.
Have you managed to install? To have a separate notebook, or just a book, not a paper, but a book. So the commands that we will be writing, the commands that we will be doing, you will not be given all of them like you are given just on a silver platter, but you will need to be writing them. You will need to organize them in a book as we tackle each topic. Are we together? As we move, for example, as we move, let's say maybe information gathering, there will be commands that you will need to run for information gathering. So you will need it to, you yourself personally, to organize them in your book, to write them in your book. Okay, as we move page by page, you will write them in that one book. So during the exams, you will be allowed to go with that book inside the exam room to a punishment, because the commands which are for Kali Linux are Linux commands. So some of them you cannot master them. You'll be required to go and reference. So what will be your goal will be to achieve what you have been asked to do, but you will be looking at your commands. It's like that subject which you were doing at grade 12. Were you given formulas? This mathematics, I think it should be mathematics. You are given formulas.
It was physics and math.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you are given certain formulas you are provided with. So that's a similar arrangement. So those notes that you'll be making, those commands that you'll be writing, organizing them in your book, they are the ones which will make you pass this practical course. Okerangura pona but nchinowo wabako. Namanotsi owarembo mwe now yakwata. And the question says scan this network, given network A, B, C, scan them. Okay, of manotsi warembe scanning a network. Pa, what man of scan? The results or the outputs, you copy them, paste them on a Word document, go to the next question. Just imagine how simple it is. I've given you what is going to come for this one. Okay, so it's very difficult for you to fail this one. Why will you do that? It prepares you for the industry. In the industry, you will do interviews quite all right. You talking, is cheap. But then they will say go and do something. By then, if you have known and mastered the commands free from your head, you just be typing them on maybe hack a website, type them, hack Windows, type them, hack a network, type them, hack a wireless network, etc. Okay, so the base will be very strong. So my request to you is please get a book, a personal exercise book. So as we move, you will write those commands step by step. Having installed Kali Linux, so find the paper where you write. Or having installed Kali Linux, so with this tool you can actually do certain things. You can do certain things. For example, you can scan a network, or you can ping a network IP address, or you can trace route. You can trace route. Okay, so I want you to write in your book, say finding files. Finding files. Did you say finding files? So how do I find files? For example, I want to work with certain files in Linux. How do I find files? Are you with me? Let me ask, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, fine. But before we find the files, let us outright change the password. Let us change the password for Kali Linux, because the one that you made is an initial password. Please create a password, a complex password. That's the one that you are going to change. Okay, so you say PW, you say pass WD. I don't know if you are able to see pass WD. Pass WD. PASSWD. So just a changing password for Kali Linux. So for some people who are using Kali Linux 2021, 2022, you are in another user. So say sudo su go to root sudo su like this, then it will prompt you to enter password. Enter the password, it will take you to root. Me, I'm operating in root. Where are we? For those of you who are using 22, 21, 2023, type sudo su, it will prompt for a password. Enter the same password that you know so that it can take you to root. So when you are at root, that's when now you type pass wd, enter. Pass wd, enter. Then you will now type in the password, the new password, other than the one that you have, the new password. Like I was saying that having installed Kali Linux, it has opened certain ports on your machine and you can be hacked. So please quickly change the password to a new password, a more complex password, not a simple one, a more complex password. So that password must have some combinations, but don't forget it. Don't forget the password. You must be able to remember. If you forget it, maybe be forced to reinstall or something. So make sure what you're going to type in is how it is supposed to be typed in. Confirm. Have you managed to change the password to give you two places to enter the same password? Okay, let me stop sharing. Can I stop sharing? Someone should share the screen. Let's use somebody's screen. I stop sharing. Who is brave to share the screen and then we walk through together?
No, sir.
Who is brave? Aston. Okay, that's good. Successful. That's good. Okay, that is James Soko. Okay, so James. All right, so you still share your screen. Still share your screen. We go to finding files. We have changed the password for Kali. Okay, so we are safe because we have used a more complex password. Hi, James. Because we have used a more complex, password. So immediately you install your Kali first time, and it is looking good. You have installed the screen, everything is perfect, seems perfect. Go to the terminal, change the password to a complex password. What is the reason? You're avoiding criminals who may actually hack your Kali. Your Kali can be hacked. Once your carry is hacked, a hacker can pretend like it's you and then use your carry to hack other assets somewhere. Then they will accuse you instead, but when it is actually not you. That's why we change the password immediately so that other people, they don't hack your carry to use it to damage other people's assets. Okay, so that if they try to do that, they'll find that the password has been changed to a more complex password. All right. So on your book, you will say finding files. Sometimes you find that you want to, as a hacker, you want to, okay, let me address you as a hacker. As a hacker, you want to, for now, take yourself as a hacker because you're a penetration tester, so you must be a hacker. So at times you may want to find a password, a file to use, and then you might not exactly know where that file is. Okay, so in cases such as that, you need to find the files by simply using the words find or locate or which. Okay, so what am I saying? Can I repeat? Let me repeat. What I'm saying is sometimes you have got a Kali environment, but then you're looking for a certain file which is embedded in Kali to use it. You want to use a file which is in Kali, but then you are not sure where it is located or in which folder the file is. You can use certain commands and utilities to actually find that file. Okay, so we are simply saying finding files in Kali, finding files in Kali, finding files in Kali. How do we find files in Kali? Okay, so in your book you have said finding files in Kali. You can find files in Kali by using by using by using by using by using locate, the word locate, locate, which, and find. You can find files in Kali by using locate, which, and find commands. And find commands. Okay, so let's begin with locate. And James will walk us through. Hi, James. Yes, so now the locate command has what is called a man page. The locate command has what is called a man page. A man page is like a manual page. It is like a help page. So that is the one which will also show you information about how to use the locate command. So James, type man on your command prompt. Type man, man, man space locate, man locate. So when you press enter, the Kali will give you also the man page will appear like this. So that is a manual page. So, manual is a document, a manual. So it's a manual page. So this one has a list of parameters how you can use the locate command. You can use it with other parameters, a -a, -b, -c, so that it can do things the way you want it. Okay, so that is a man page. So should you want to learn about this command locate, how do I use it, you can actually get all the information from the manual page or the man page. So the man page is like a help. Okay, it will give you a manual of all the parameters, how the locate command functions, how it can be used. Okay, so if you want to know the command, you say man locate, it will give you that page, okay, which you can read about the locate command, how it's supposed to be used. Whereas still you can also use help. Okay, so the same thing. Okay, close the man page, you type quit. Is it quit? Q. Fine. So now you say, let us assume that we are looking for a file called sbd.exe. The file called sbd, sb na d, ma letters ya tatu, sbd.exe. So you say locate sbd, yes, correct. Delete it. Before you do that, delete first. So let us ensure that our database is updated before we go there. Type update db, one word, update db, enter. Update db. Okay, so it comes like that. It means that it has updated. Okay, now go to locate sbd.exe. So you're finding the file called sbd.exe. So that is you now trying to find a file. Look, I'm saying trying to find. You say trying to locate a file sbd. Where is it located? So once you press enter, if you see Mr. Soko's, once you press enter, it will show you that the locate command will show you that the path or where the sbd file is found, it is found in the slash user slash, I can see some of them, slash user slash, just says say it, so okay, so now you have known that actually the sbd is found under the user slash share slash windows. So that is the output, that is the result where you can find it. So it is found at the end, there it is. Okay, in the folders, user, share, win. So that is Windows file that is located in that area in the Kali Linux. Okay, so successful. We have used locate to find sbd.exe. So it is found in that path. Have I lost anybody? Finding files. We have just explored locate. Yes, Benzur, your hand is up. Ndrovu, Robbie Chombo, Mary.
Sir, the rocket is not working here.
Your what?
It's not the command is not working.
The command is not working.
Yes.
Okay, twarai checking. You need to share your screen. We see what is going on. So the next semester, is it the next semester? Guys, I will be there. We'll be together. We may do a quick fast track recap on what we are doing so that we are all in one unison before we proceed. And guys, to just be like a kind of a refresher sort for one day or two, then we proceed. So the next semester I'll be there. This semester I couldn't come because of I don't have leave days. being the beginning of the year. Okay, fine. So we have found. Don't worry, Benzu. So don't worry, Avena Chongoku. Nairobi. So don't worry, don't worry. So let's use another command to find files. So apart from locate, you can find files by using which, just the same word called which, not which for witchcraft, but which car is this, which tree is are you talking about? Yeah, which, the word which, yes, that's the same which. So in CAD Linux, you can also find files using which. But before you go to the command itself, you can say, what does the manual say about the which command? You can say man which. So all these commands, you can write them down in your book, man which, enter. Okay, quit. Okay, so let us use the same file name. Let's say we are now using which to find the same SBD. So which SBD, remove X, just say which SBD. X, just say which SBD, which SBD. Okay, so when you use the which, it will also show you that when the environment is running in the memory, the 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 file is actually found under user slash bin slash SBD. You have found it using which. Okay, sometimes you could be running processes, but you want to tell which location is this file. Where is it loaded? User slash bin. Okay, then you find the file. Then you do what you want to do. If you want to use it or if you want to point to it, etc. So that is a which command. The which command is also one of them. Apart from the locate, there is a which. Let's move a step further. The next command is find command. Find command. The find command is used to find. Now this one is more powerful than the rest. It is more powerful than the rest. Okay, so before you find, it's also necessary to appreciate the manual for the find command. So say man find. What does it give? Okay, so to give you a manual also about what parameters you can also combine to actually benefit from its power. Okay, so that you can actually use some of those parameters to find certain files or use certain files in a particular way. Quit. Okay, now let's find. Now, how you use the find command is like this. You say find space. We are finding the same file. Find space backslash. Is it forward slash? Forward slash. Forward slash space minus name minus name minus name minus name. Yes. space SBD. Star. No, that's star. That's star, which is on which key of the computer? Okay, that's star. Yes, yes. Okay, you enter. Okay, so the find now will show you where else you can find the SBD file. Okay, so an SBD file is actually in so many locations. Right, so this kind of file, it is actually a Windows backdoor file. So if you, for example, you wanted to use this file as a backdoor to attack a Windows operating system, but you don't know where it is sitting in Linux, this is how you would find it, either by using locate, or by using which, or by using find. So it's important to understand when to use which command. But of all, find is the most important. Find is the most powerful. So that is about finding files. There are many more other commands that you can use to find certain files that you might want to use as exploits as you work with Kali Linux. Did you write finding files in your book?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. If you wrote, let me pause here. If you wrote about which, about locate, about find, okay, I'll try and send you the PowerPoint also, which has few of those. Okay, so we could go to the next, but the next one is going to talk about demons. It's going to talk about demons and how you need to treat these demons in Kali Linux. So Kali Linux uses demons for most of its background activities and what you want to achieve with it. So these demons can be activated, or you can wake up a demon, use it, make it sleep, or disable it. Okay? If you want to use another demon, wake it up depending on what you want to use it for. After using the demon, make it sleep. You deactivate it. Okay, so can we end here? We look at demons on Monday.
Yes.
Yes, sir. We can
Because
hear you.
Sure, sure.
Yes, sir.
we might leave them behind,
Yes,
these
sir.
guys who have engines. All right. So on Monday, we'll start from managing demons. Then after that, we'll move to the born again scripts. Now on this needs to be a bit more slower so that everyone captures the concept and how to use those scripts. Okay, so we have ended at the finding files. Those are the few. Okay. Any questions? Any questions, guys? Questions? Cuthbert? Pameli Chanda? Maria?
Sir, I don't have any questions.
You don't have any question? Okay, good. Uh, James Soko, bring back your screen again. Bring back your screen. Okay, so we have rendered that files, don't worry. So with the terminal, you can do many other things. You can do many other things on the card. Okay, go to the terminal. Okay, for example, if you want to explore a few things, like for example, you want to ping a website or a domain, you can say ping a domain name, maybe www.google.com. Okay, or just say ping www Kapasa Makasa website looks like how ping. So this is where we'll be doing most of our work, guys, in the command line. So that we have entered that files. Don't worry, this is just another thing we are looking at. It's just, if you wish, should be www.kmu.ac.zm or something like that. I doubt it will work. Maybe ping Google. So if you want to see if this website is awake, you see that it's responding, meaning it's awake. Control C. Okay, but another thing you can do is trace route. You can trace route, but you say sudo trace route. Let's see how it works on your own. Sudo trace route minus I, capital I. Trace route as in trace, R-O-U-T, yes, R-O-U-T, U-T minus I space. Then say cbu.ac.zm. Let's see how it comes. So you want to see if cbu.ac.zm or cbu.ac.zm. It wants a password. The cafe. This is my site. Anyway, okay, stop. Okay, guys, so we'll continue on Monday. We have ended at just finding files. Yes, we'll continue on Monday. Don't play with my site no more. Don't scan my site. Oh. So again, avoid scanning your mother's site. Avoid scanning your mother's site, guys. You know what I mean by your mother's site? Kapasa Makasa is your mother. Please do not attempt things on it, okay? Attempt things elsewhere, other websites. Do not attack your mother. How can you attack the mother who is breastfeeding you? Okay, guys. For today, good night. Unless there is another question. No question.
of a question, sir.
All right. Cool.
I have a question, sir.
You have a question? Yes, what's your question?
Yes, wanted to bring your attention on um, the SBD file.
Yes.
What is actually
What is it?
the file SBD.exe.
XC. It is, you are saying what your question?
Yes,
Okay, your question is.
the same file where I
Okay, it is actually one of the many files. Aston, it's one of many files that is found in Kali Linux. Kali Linux is in Linux. It's not a Windows platform. It's a Linux platform. And normally you find that Linux platform files are different from the Windows platform files. So Kali being Kali a hacking tool or an offensive tool for security, it has certain files which you can use. For example, if you want to exploit Windows, you want to use a backdoor to attack Windows, you have such files like SBD and many other types of files. If you know it, then you have to locate it or find it, or you get the point. So the SBD is actually one of the backdoor Windows files. Yes. Yeah, someone is Googling.
in the trace root.
So have I answered?
Yes, sir. Then just one more
So there are so many.
on the
Yes.
trace root. What we mean?
Okay. The trace route is a command that you use when you want to find how many hosts you are going to pass through to reach a particular website. For example, if I'm trying to find how far Cisco is from myself, from where I am, I can say trace route, and then the command will start moving host by host. To find the first host, to put an IP address, it goes to the next. Second host, put an IP address, goes to the next, until it reaches the last host and the final destination. So basically, trace route will tell you, like, will show you, like, for example, you are saying trace route is like you are saying, before I reach Hirosaka, how many towns are there in between? Or which towns do I pass through? So it will show you Kapasa Makasa. First, you are in Kapasa Makasa district, right? Then it will show you Mpika. Anyway, I don't know Mpika. Then Serenje. Then Kapiri. Then Rusaka. So it will now give you a list of which towns are in between. So on a network, when you say trace route, it will basically show you the hosts which are in the line where you have passed before you reach the destination website or domain or network. So it will give you all the IP addresses where you have passed to reach the final domain. Okay, so if you say trace route, yes, trace route, trace route, which one are you going to? Okay, okay, maybe use maybe something which is a bit far, like maybe Google. Okay, so there it is. There it shows you. It will now show you even the IP addresses for, but some of them, some organizations or hosts are hidden, so that's why you have those stars. Like they don't want to list IP addresses on such requests for security reasons, so that's why you have the stars to the end. Okay, sometimes it means that just the end. Okay, so it will show you 192.168, then the 10, then another 10, another 150. Is it 155? I'm saying 1554. Okay, no, that is not the one, but that is it Airtel? So it will show you the IP addresses of the hosts that you pass through before you reach the final destination. That's a trace route. While the ping is just to see whether the device or the website is awake, or the server behind this website is able to respond. I hope it's clear as well.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So yeah, basically. So guys, unless there's another question somewhere, unless there's another question. So we have just ended that locating files, nothing else. Don't worry about the trace route, don't worry about ping, but they are worth noting. They are worth noting because we'll use them time. We'll use them time. Guys, ping the network. Guys, trace route. We'll use them time. Okay? Okay, for today we end. If there is no question. Now tell me, was I a bit slow or what? Is the pace okay?
It was okay.
Stop.
All right.
Answer question.
Night, guys. Good night, guys. So remain and go through yourselves, try to locate. Also go to Google and YouTube, try to walk through yourself for certain other things. Aye, guys.
Some guy will shape no.
Yes, I pita mu free speed finger twice, but bonse mukaracha chafya shupono kushupa fya chave.
Yes, sir.
So I had a question though.
Yes. Bonse mukaracha kuno fie. Bonse fie. Command fingers, you'll be command fingers, more type of your bomb. Yes, guys.
So I have a
Yes,
question. So does this mean that trace route command is only used to ping network? Can it be also used to, for example, if you want to trace a stolen device like a phone, you want to locate where it is?
Yes, that is basically what. That is basically where. That is basically what the trace route is. Like you want to find where this device is sitting on the network. Like I was saying, for example, you want to say, I'm going to Lusaka. How many times which towns do I pass through to get there? Okay, so you want to tell on the network how far your device is or where the device is. So it will start giving you host number 1, host number 2, host number 3, 4. It's simply the path of the network to that device. That's why it's called the trace route for Shila. That is it Bemba? For Shila is Bemba. To trace is to look for path where this guy is. For our friends who are the Jehovah's Witnesses, they will say, fuairikisha ukuberere inshira yakuya ku parumbuleshina. You get the point? So fuairikisha inshira at fuairikisha.
Okay.
Oyo Jojo.
At fuairikisha inshira yakuberere Google. ensure that trace route Google. Bah! Then those.
Waingira mushani wa JW sir.
How any example?
muri wene.
Yeah. So George.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Yes, it's clear.
Clear sir.
Welcome. Okay, guys, damn good over 19 hours night today. Okay, good night.
Thank you, sir.